Hey YouTube, this is KJ with KJ's Projects. I've got an installation video for everyone. This is an installation of the Oracle backup lights for the Jeep JL. They replace the factory reflectors in the metal bumper for like the Rubicon and things like that. If you have the JL, even with the LED kit or lights, excuse me, from Jeep, you know that the factory backup lights are wanting. So this is designed to correct that issue. So let's get started.
Alright guys, so this is the initial test of the stock backup lights with the LED kit. Just put the Jeep in reverse and I'm going to back up here, and that's how bright everything is.
All right, everybody, so these are the LED packets that are going to replace our reflectors. The instructions say to get behind the bumper and then use a swivel socket to get up in there. Only problem with it is it's showing the plastic bumper and I have a metal bumper. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to loosen the bumper. There's 2, 4, 6 screws. Just so happens that they're all 16 millimeters, so that makes it a little bit easier. But you're going to need a deep socket, probably a short stubby socket, and then a wrench to get the top bolts, because I don't think I can get my wrench up, or my electric driver up there. So we will get to removing some bolts. All right, everybody. So it looks like these are the 2 nuts that we need to take off and allow the bumper to slide forward. And we've got 2 bolts that go up in there as well that hold it on. So hopefully that's all we need to remove. So we will get to removing. All right, everybody, so this is our electrical connection for the bumper here on the Jeep. So I'm gonna get up in there, try to disconnect that tab, which is probably gonna be pretty tough. My light here. Okay, so this is really hard to see, so I am going to turn off the camera, get my hand up in there, but you guys get to... All right, everybody, so I did discover that there are actually 4 more bolts holding the rear bumper on, 2 on each side on these outer edges. To get to this, you have to remove this access panel, and there are 3 screws, and these are, let me double check, 8 millimeter. So zip those off and get the other screws off, and then we should be ready to remove the bumper. All right, everybody, so I've got the bumper off on my chair here. It's really not that heavy. I was kind of hoping it would be a little bit more stout, but it is what it is. So we're going to remove a screw from the back of the reflector. This is the same for each side. It takes a 7 millimeter. And then push down on that like so, and there you go. Selector pops right out. Okay, everybody, so if you look here, this hole, when I go to put the light housing in, it's hanging up right there on that side. So I'm going to take a step bit, make it a little bit bigger. All right, guys, I got a new view for you. Basically, my thought was the instructions say for you to tie the wiring into both sides of the Jeep. So driver side gets driver side reverse, passenger side gets passenger side reverse. I personally would just like to be able to hook into one spot on my factory wiring. So I'm going to tie these two sections together and then just have this one go up into the reverse. So I'm not a huge fan of the butt connectors. So what I'm going to do is use crimp connectors with heat shrink. Alrighty guys, got some good wire strippers here. I haven't used these a ton, but I will say that I'm really happy with them, because the old school way is to, of course, use one of these and then heat shrink it, but this one is basically 2-in-1, and the nice thing is that it saves a lot of time, especially from doing it twice, because I'm one of those guys that always seems to put the connector on and then remember that he needed to use heat shrink. So with this, it's already on there. Don't have to worry about it. They are about twice as much as a normal set of butt connectors, but in my mind, they are definitely worth it. When you get done with these, always want to do a little tug. Just make sure you got a good connection. Because if not, they can and do pull out. Okay. One connection done. Now we just add a little bit of fire. Try not to burn my hand in the process. I don't know. What kind of connectors do you guys prefer? Do you like these, or do you like wire nuts better, or? Alright guys, so that's it for the installation process. I do have to wire this up, this end here, to the Jeep, and I will show you how to do that. But installation on the bumper is just going to be the reversive removal. Like I said, this isn't too heavy, a little bit awkward. Might help to have two people. I'm going to attempt it with just me, so we'll see how it goes. Alright everybody, so I didn't film the wiring for the plug-in to the taillights. It's pretty straightforward. It's actually really well done in the instructions. It says connect the ground wire to the purple wire and the red or orange wire to the orange wire on the Jeep wiring harness. So that's my install video on how to replace the reflectors to the Oracle backup lights. They're pretty bright. I'm going to do some B-roll of it at night so you guys can get a good comparison with a GoPro. Excuse me. Was a little disappointed on the passenger side. Went right in, no problem. Driver side had to shave a little bit of the housing off to get it to fit, and mine was really tight, so I ended up cracking the lens. So we'll see how long that lasts. Might reach out to Oracle and see if they can send me a replacement or not. But all in all, took me a couple hours to do with filming, so if you weren't messing with the camera, you probably do a little bit faster than I can. So if you guys have any comments or questions, let me know. This is, I think, a good install because the Jeep is really lacking from the factory, and even with the backup camera, you just can't really see very well at night. My neighborhood, we've got a lot of families, so there's a bunch of kids, so kind of worried about, don't want to back up over somebody at night, especially, or early in the morning. So as always, thanks for watching, and like, comment, and subscribe.